Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. Want to make sure that you guys were aware of a series of reports that were just released during today's either pre-market or normal trading hours. We just wrapped up today's live trading session with the LPP team. I made over $4,000 actively shorting Tesla, all within that live stream. If you guys are part of LPP or you end up joining, make sure you rewatch today's live stream. And we did it all within about 45 minutes. It was a pretty active live stream. Not every single one is like this, but especially for those that are just getting started that want to have a better understanding on how to trade overbought reversals, I think that you'll really enjoy it. With that being said, again, a series of reports were released. We got initial claims and continuing claims. For those that do not know, initial claims are the number of people that are filing for unemployment for the first time. That came in at 219 versus the expectation of 225. Continuing claims are the people that continue to file for unemployment. We came in much higher than the week prior. The overall report that also came out during normal trading hours is the ISM report. ISM actually came in at 50.8 versus the expectation of 53, coming in lower than what was expected. When that report came out, we actually began to see a little bit of sell-in pressure. And again, this is a little bit more sell-in pressure. The thing that I want to share is that markets quickly gapped up right at market open. That report came out. We were already testing support, and then that's the report that really pulled us back to test previous lows. The thing that I want to make very clear is that markets are not selling off any further, at least not as of right now. The reason I want to share this is, there's a lot of panic, there's a lot of fear, and good, there should be, right? Trump just came out with one of the largest wave of tariffs for all countries all over the world, and there should be fear. Things are not getting better necessarily, and that should be factored into the market. That shouldn't surprise you. That was already something that we knew was coming because of his Liberation Day that was all set for April 2nd. The thing when it comes down to trading, the thing that I want to make sure is very clear is that the markets are not making new lows. Instead of looking at the 1 minute time frame, look at the 5 minute. From where we initially sold off to where we're trading at right now, this is for the NASDAQ market, QQQ, you could see that we're still trading within range. The markets are not recovering. The markets are not actively selling off. If you are forcing a trade or trying to make a small move, I want to remind you that this is kind of the bigger picture. We do not have confirmation of a recovery yet, but we also do not have confirmation of continuously selling off. So unless you are just trying to trade an intraday play to get in and get out, kind of how we did right at market open, where we opened up short on Tesla and then made money as it sold off. Again, I can show you that, guys, here very quickly. It pushed up, became overbought, shorted Tesla, and then took profits at previous lows. But even Tesla is not making new lows. This is something that's very important to note. This is where you can often find yourself over trading, forcing a trade with a market that isn't really doing much more. The markets have already significantly sold off, and we have to respect that. It took me some time to realize, I was getting really frustrated as I was shorting Tesla, and you'll see that during today's live session. A lot of today's live was really just waiting for that reversal to actually happen, for the action to take place. But the reason I was so frustrated is why aren't markets selling off? Well, they already sold off so much already that they're almost just beginning to consolidate or try to find a support. It's not that the markets can't make new lows. And of course, if more negative news comes out, if more fear begins to get injected into the market, then yes, that would validate or support the case that we could break support and continue to make new lows. But as of right now, NASDAQ is down 4.2%. That is already a substantial amount. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to buy into the dip. That's not what I'm saying. The whole point is I just don't think today is going to be a worth trading for everyone, because market direction is not super clear. If we ignore the case of where we were yesterday and where we are right now from that big gap down, if we really just pay attention to what we're doing as of right now, we're just consolidating. And I think that's very important to note, so you don't force a position hoping for something to happen that we actually don't have confirmation of. I want to see you guys all win. I don't care if you're a bull. I don't care if you're a bear. But again, direction plays such a huge role when it comes down to this. And some people are not experienced enough to trade overbought and oversold reversals because of how specific you have to be with entering your position and knowing when to take profits, because it could quickly turn against you. This is not to discourage you from not taking a trade if you want to. You're an adult, you can do whatever it is that you want. I just wanted to point out on the 5 minute time frame that, again, if you are finding today a little bit more challenging to trade, I think that this might be why, because the market is not progressing from where we are right now. We're not breaking support yet, and we're also not recovering yet. We still have, to see. So if market does break support and we begin to actively sell off, then yeah, that could justify I could potentially enter short myself if I see progress actually presenting itself. But other than that, as long as the market continues to consolidate, I just want to remind you that the big moves have possibly already happened. So let's not force a trade that we later end up regretting. So again, stay patient, stay calculated, and I'm going to be in the lookout for any news that can impact the market. All I ask you to do is to make sure you subscribe to our channel, and I'll make sure that I keep you guys up to date. Also, do not forget, again, if you're not part of our LPP team, I trade live every morning just like I did today. If you want to watch me trade live starting tomorrow and every day moving forward, again, it's the second link in the description down below. It's designed for complete beginners. You get to see all of my good trades, all of my bad trades, and especially if you feel lost in this market full of chaos, especially right now, I really do believe that you would see value in these live sessions. If you want to check it out to learn more about it, second link in the description down below. We'll give you a huge discount that will break down LPP for as little as $1.35 a day. I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.